Welcome back to Car Future Wheelz, the channel where we bring you the latest automotive reviews, future car reveals, and everything happening in the world of performance machines. Today, we're taking an in-depth look at one of the most exciting sports cars rumored to arrive in the near future, the all-new 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster. This open-top performance machine combines classic Mustang heritage with modern technology, aggressive styling, and thrilling driving dynamics. If you've ever dreamed of experiencing pure American muscle under the open sky, this could be the Mustang you've been waiting for. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into every detail of the 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster. The moment you lay eyes on the new Mustang Roadster, it's clear that Ford wanted to create something special. The design instantly captures attention while staying true to the iconic Mustang DNA that enthusiasts have loved for decades. The Roadster version brings a sense of freedom and excitement that perfectly complements the Mustang's performance-focused personality. At the front, the car features a bold and aggressive fascia that looks both modern and unmistakably Mustang. The signature grille dominates the front end, proudly displaying the legendary pony emblem. The grille is wider than before, helping improve airflow while giving the vehicle a more planted and muscular appearance. Flanking the grille are sleek LED headlights with advanced lighting technology that provides excellent visibility while adding a futuristic touch. Moving along the side profile, the Mustang Roadster showcases elegant proportions that perfectly balance sportiness and sophistication. The long hood and short rear deck remain true to classic Mustang styling cues, while modern design elements bring the car firmly into the future. With the roof lowered, the silhouette becomes even more dramatic, creating an unmistakable roadster appearance. Large alloy wheels fill the wheel arches beautifully, emphasizing the vehicle's performance capabilities. Depending on the trim level, buyers can choose from several wheel designs ranging from sporty to ultra-aggressive. The side body lines flow smoothly from front to rear, creating a sense of motion even when the vehicle is standing still. At the rear, the 2027 Mustang Roadster continues to impress with a design that is both modern and unmistakably Mustang. The iconic tri-bar LED taillights remain a signature feature, instantly recognizable whether it's day or night. These lights have been updated with advanced lighting technology that enhances visibility and creates a striking visual effect. The rear deck has been carefully sculpted to optimize aerodynamics while maintaining a clean and muscular appearance. A subtle integrated spoiler improves stability at higher speeds without disrupting the overall design. The rear bumper incorporates a sporty diffuser that enhances airflow and reinforces the performance-focused character of the vehicle. Dual exhaust outlets come standard, while higher performance variants may feature a quad exhaust setup that delivers an even more aggressive appearance and sound. The rear stance is wide and confident, giving the Roadster a planted look that hints at its impressive capabilities. Stepping inside the cabin reveals an environment designed around the driver. Ford has combined premium materials, advanced technology, and ergonomic design to create an interior that feels both luxurious and performance-oriented. The cockpit wraps around the driver, ensuring that every control is easily accessible. High-quality leather upholstery is expected across much of the lineup, with available premium finishes that elevate the experience even further. Contrast stitching, aluminum accents, and customizable trim options allow owners to personalize their vehicles according to their preferences. The seats have been specifically engineered to provide excellent comfort during long journeys while offering the support needed for spirited driving. Heated and ventilated seating options are expected, ensuring comfort in a variety of weather conditions. Dominating the dashboard is a large digital instrument cluster that displays essential driving information in a clear and customizable format. Drivers can choose different display layouts depending on their preferences, whether focusing on performance metrics, navigation, or daily driving information. The infotainment system features a large touchscreen interface powered by Ford's latest software platform. The system offers seamless smartphone integration, voice controls, navigation, wireless charging, and access to a wide range of connected services. Over-the-air updates ensure that the technology remains current throughout ownership. Passengers will also appreciate the thoughtful design and attention to detail throughout the cabin. Storage spaces have been optimized despite the vehicle's sporty dimensions, and the overall fit and finish demonstrate Ford's commitment to quality. Now let's talk about what truly defines any Mustang: performance. Under the hood, the 2027 Mustang Roadster is expected to offer multiple powertrain options designed to satisfy a wide range of enthusiasts. The entry-level models may feature a turbocharged EcoBoost engine that delivers impressive power while maintaining strong efficiency. For drivers seeking the traditional Mustang experience, a naturally aspirated V8 engine is expected to remain available. This legendary power plant delivers the kind of soundtrack and driving excitement that has made the Mustang famous around the world. Acceleration is expected to be rapid, with plenty of power available throughout the rev range. Performance-focused variants could generate well over 500 horsepower, enabling breathtaking acceleration and thrilling driving dynamics. With advanced engine management systems, improved cooling technologies, and lightweight construction techniques, the Roadster aims to deliver exceptional performance without sacrificing everyday usability. Transmission options are likely to include a sophisticated automatic gearbox with lightning-fast shifts, while driving purists may still have access to a manual transmission option. This commitment to enthusiast-focused engineering helps preserve the Mustang's unique identity. Handling has also received significant attention. The suspension system has been carefully tuned to balance comfort and performance. Advanced adaptive dampers continuously adjust to road conditions, providing a smooth ride during daily commuting while delivering sharp responsiveness during spirited driving. The steering system offers precise feedback, helping drivers feel connected to the road. Enhanced chassis rigidity ensures confident handling through corners, while modern traction and stability systems help maximize performance without compromising safety. When it comes to pricing, industry expectations suggest that the 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster could start around $42,000 for base models equipped with the EcoBoost engine. Mid-level trims featuring additional luxury and technology features may range between $50,000 and $60,000. High-performance V8 variants and premium editions could easily exceed $70,000 depending on options and equipment. While these figures remain estimates, they position the Mustang Roadster as a compelling option within the performance convertible segment. Buyers will be getting a vehicle that combines iconic styling, modern technology, exhilarating performance, and open-air driving enjoyment. The 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster represents an exciting evolution of one of America's most legendary nameplates. It successfully blends heritage and innovation, offering a driving experience that appeals to both longtime Mustang enthusiasts and a new generation of performance car fans. With its aggressive design, premium interior, advanced technology, powerful engines, and thrilling roadster experience, this vehicle has the potential to become one of the most desirable convertibles in its class. Thank you for watching Car Future Wheelz. If you enjoyed this detailed review of the 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest automotive content. Let us know in the comments what you think about the new Mustang Roadster and whether you'd choose it over other performance convertibles. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.